as I was saying before I got cut off, so we have this Eastern philosophy mixed into Christianity these days that says that gain is godliness, and this this is what Jesus was saying. You cannot serve God and mammon. Either you will love one or you will hate the other. And when you have this type of faith that only says, only if I see something good happening will I go in that direction, you are going to get some weak Christians. Like the Christians that we see in the Bible, Abraham, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, it's like, even if our God doesn't save us, like we are not bowing down to you. You know, it's not. Eastern philosophy says kind of go with the flow, okay, whatever people are doing, that's what you do too. First of all, nobody has respect for anybody who can't stand firm in what they believe in. And like no matter what, be a no matter what person. Second of all, well, actually, first of all, because that point was just a little sidebar, but you know, Jesus wasn't like, oh, maybe I'm wrong. They're about to put me on the cross here, and I'm gonna be persecuted, and so maybe I should just say that, you know, maybe I should just tell them that uh, I'm not the Son of God, so that you know they don't put me on the cross. No, 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 no. This is a very dangerous doctrine to go into, to believe in karma, because what ends up happening is people begin to want to prove their goodness by how quote unquote good they are doing, by how much money they have, by how much accolades they have, by how much people praise their name. But I'm sorry, first of all, reputation is not always truth. um, what is it? What is in what is popular is not always the populace, is not always the truth. I'm looking for a specific word. I'm not finding it right now. What is proclaimed at that time may not be the truth, because a lot of times people may proclaim certain things, but it's only because of their psychology or what's going on in the psychology of that time. And it could be a complete lie. Hold on, I'm gonna look up synonyms for the word proclaim. Synonyms for the word proclaim. Oh, okay. So what is published? No. What is propagated at the time is not always the truth. What is broadcasted? That's not the word I'm looking for. Hmm. Popular? What is popular? Could do with psychology a lot of the times. What is appraised? You know. Anyways, you get my drift, okay? So what happens here is we'll try to accumulate a lot of things, a lot of mammon, in order to promote the idea that they are good because people believe in karma. So they think that, oh, the more stuff I have, the better I'm doing, the more people think I'm a good person. Inagasa. Inagasa, as the Jamaicans would say. Because we have stories of Lazarus. Like, do people read the Bible and think that these stories are there as a joke or for fun? No, they're not there as a joke or for fun. It's the real deal, and they're trying to show you that gain is not godliness. Just because you have a lot of stuff doesn't mean you're going to heaven. But, on this earth, and dare I say, a lot of wicked people are going to believe and buy into karma. It is a very dangerous doctrine, and I cannot express properly the deep, dangerous roots of this doctrine. But let me tell you, it is not the way to go. Do not go in the way of believing in karma, because if you look throughout the Bible, a ton of bad things. Jesus Christ was put on the cross and had nails put through his hands and was whipped how many times? Don't tell me Jesus Christ deserved it. Don't tell me Jesus Christ deserved it. Okay? All right then. No. You have to be a steadfast person, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego kind of person. Even if my God doesn't save me, even if I don't see everything going well for me, I stand firm in something. I don't care what the world takes and what the world gives away, because I'm going to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. But my heart, I'm going to give it to God. And we do not have people who can say that these days. Remember what Jesus Christ said: you cannot serve two masters. Either you will love one and you will hate the other. Either you're going to love mammon or you're going to love God. So if you love looking good, sorry, you can't love God. Because when you're a person of faith who walks by faith and not by sight, it's going to be the opposite of looking good almost all the time. Almost all the time. Look at every single account in the Bible. Every single one, every single story of every single godly person, every single person who's going to heaven. It never looked good. Ever. And then we have the story of Lazarus and the rich man who fared sumptuously all his life. Where was he on his way to? Hell. Believe it, my friends. Believe it. Believe it when I say it. Believe it. Believe it is in the Bible. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. The majority of people who are faring sumptuously today are on their way to hell. That's all I have to say. So, where was I? And he walked in the way of Asa, his father, and departed not from it, doing that which was right in the sight of the Lord. Howbeit the high places were not taken away, for as yet the people had not prepared their hearts unto God of their fathers. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat, first and last, behold, they are written in the book of Jehu, the son of Hanani, who is mentioned in the book of the kings of Israel. And after this did Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, join himself with Azariah, king of Israel, who did very wickedly. And he joined himself with him to make ships to go to Tarshish. And they made ships in Ezon Geber. And then Elzer, the son of Dad Avan of Mershah, prophesied against Jehoshaphat, saying, because thou hast joined thyself with Ahaziah, the Lord has broken thy work, and the ships were not able to go to Tarshish. Now Jehoshaphat slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David, and Joram his son reigned in his stead. And he had brethren, the sons of Jehoshaphat, Azariah, and Michael, and Shephatiah. All these were the sons of Jehoshaphat, king of Israel. And their father gave them great gifts of silver and of gold and of precious things, with fenced cities in Judah. But the kingdom gave he to Joram, because he was his firstborn. Now when Joram was risen up to the kingdom of his father, he strengthened himself to slew his brethren with the sword, and divers also of the princes of Israel. Jehoram was 32 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. And he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, like as did the house of Asaph, for he had the daughter of Ahab to wife, and he wrought that which was evil in the eyes of the Lord. Howbeit the Lord would not destroy the house of David because of the covenant that he had made with David, and as he promised to give a light to him and to his sons forever. In his days the Edomites revolted from under the dominion of Judah, and made themselves a king. Then Jehoram went forth with his princes, and all the chariots with him. And he rose up by night, and smote the Edomites which compassed him in the captains, the chariots. So the Edomites revolted from under the hand of Judah unto this day. The same time also did Libnah revolt from under his hand, because he had forsaken the Lord of their fathers. Moreover, he made high places in mountains of Judah, and caused the inhabitants of Jerusalem to commit fornication, and compelled Judah thereto. And there came writing to him from Elorjam the prophet, saying, This saith the Lord God of David thy father, because thou hast not walked in the ways of Jehoshaphat, but was walked in the way king of Israel, and not made Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to go, and hast made, Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem to go a whoring, like to the whoredoms of the house of Ahab, and also hast slain thy brethren of thy father's house, which were better than thyself. Here's another thing. He's saying you're like a whore. You're like a whore doing whoredoms. You can tell when somebody reads the Bible and when they don't, because they say things like God is not jealous. All throughout the Bible it says, I am a jealous God. I am a jealous God. I am a jealous God. My name is jealous. That's what God has it in there. My name is jealous, meaning don't give other gods, other people credit for my work. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. My name is very special. My name is Jesus. My name is renowned. Don't have other people. And, I felt a little tinge of this. I'm just like, you know, sometimes you are the one who is there. You're the one who's working hard. You're the one in the trenches every day with somebody, and they always want to say somebody else's name. They always want to proclaim someone else's name. They always want to bring up someone else's name. And I'm like, wow, this is how God feels when I'm just like talking about Huberman Lab and school and this, that, and the third. But it's like, it's God. If I need something, I need to go to God. Not to Huberman, not to myself, not to this person, not to that person. I need to go to God. So please don't let everybody know that you don't read the Bible by saying that God is not a jealous God, because it says so many times in the Bible, I am a jealous God. My name is jealous. And Thanksgiving is all about giving God thanks. Jesus Christ thanks. Giving him the glory and the praise for all that he's done. If he were here right now, standing in front of you, sitting in front of you, how would you give him the glory for what he has done? But do we do that? Do we think about that? No. We think about, oh, this professor, oh, this person, oh, this study, oh, this, that, and the third, oh, that, this, and the third. And we go all over the place, but we don't think to ourselves, hey, if Jesus Christ were sitting right in front of me, how would I glorify him for all that he's done? Behold, with the great plague will he will the Lord smite thy people and thy children and thy wives and all thy goods, and thou shalt have a great sickness by disease of thy bowels fall out by reason of the sickness day by day. Moreover, the Lord stirred up Joram, the spirit of the Philistines, and of Abave, Abave that were near the Ethiopians. And they came up into Judah and broke into it and carried away all the substance that was found in the king's house, and his sons also, and his wives, so that there was never a son left him, save Jehoahaz and the youngest of his sons. And after all this, the Lord smote him in his bowels with an incurable disease. And it came to pass that in the process of time, after the end of 2 years, his bowels fell out by reason of his sickness. So he died of sore disease. And his people made no burning for him, like the burning of his fathers. 30 and 2 years did was he when he began to reign, and he resigned in Jerusalem 8 years, and he reigned in Jerusalem 8 years, and departed without being um, decided. Sorry. Howbeit they buried him in the city of David, but not in the sepulchre of the kings. So, how long is your reign? They're going to reign. How long How long are you going to reign? How long are you going to have the power to influence the people? So always take today as your blessing of reigning. And how are you going to take today and bring it in for God? And the inhabitants of Jerusalem made Uzziah, the youngest son, king in the stead, for the band of men that came with the Arabians to the camp had slain all the eldest. So Uzziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, reigned 40 and 2 years. Old was Uzziah when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. And his mother's name also was Athaliah, the daughter of Omni. He also walked in the ways of the house of Ahab, for his mother was his counselor to do wickedly. Wherefore he did evil in the sight of the Lord, like the house of Ahab, for they were his counselors after the death of his father to his destruction. Be careful who you have around you. One, make sure they're godly people. If they're not godly people, get rid of them. He walked also after their counsel, and went with Jehoram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, to war against Hazael, king of Syria, at Ramoth Gilead. And the Syrians smote Joram, and he returned to be healed in Jezreel because of the wounds which were given him at Ramah. And he fought with Hazael, the king of Syria, and Azariah, the son of Jeroham, king of Judah, went down to see Jehoram, the son of Ahab, at Jezreel, because he was sick. And the destruction of Ahaziah was of God by coming to Joram. For when he was come, he went out with Jehoram against Jehu, the son of Nimni, who the Lord had anointed, and cut off the house of Ahab. And it came to pass that when Jehu was cutting, executing judgment upon the house of Ahab, and found the princes of Judah and the son of the brethren of Amaziah that ministered to Asahiah, he slew them. And he sought Ahaziah, and they caught him, for he was hid in Samaria, and brought him to Jehu. And when they had slain him, they buried him, because, said they, he is the son of Jehoshaphat, who sought the Lord with all his heart. So the house of Ahaziah had no power to keep still the kingdom. But when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed of royal of the house of Judah. But Jehoshaphat, the daughter of the king, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons that were slain, and put him sorry, and his nurse in a bedchamber. So Jehoram, the wife of Jehoiada the priest, for she was the sister of Ahiazah, and hid him um, from Athaliah, so that she slew him not. And he was with them hid in the house of God 6 years, and Athaliah reigned over the land. Huh. So we have this woman the mother takes over, and it's just because she's just so fierce that by sheer might she's because all these people are hiding from her. And in the 7th year, Jehoiada strengthened himself and took the captains of 100, Azariah the son of Jehonan, and Azariah the son of Obed, and Mashali the son of Adiah, and Elisaphat the son of Zichri, unto into covenant with him. And they went about in Judah and gathered to the Levites out of all the cities of Judah and the chief of the fathers of Israel. And they came to Jerusalem, and all the congregation made a covenant with the king in the house of God. And he said unto them, Behold, the king's son shall reign, as the Lord hath said, the son of David. This is the thing that ye shall do: a third part of your entering on the Sabbath of the priests and out the Levites shall be porters of the doors, and the third part shall be at the king's house, and the third part at the gate of the fountain, and all the people shall be in the courts of the house of the Lord. But let none come in unto the house of the Lord, save the priests. Oh, doesn't look like I'm going to finish tonight. There is just so much. I don't know how I ever finish these things. I'm just way too tired. And I got way too much to do. So I'll have to finish the rest. I am turkey. I am done right now. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Good night. I'll come back early morning, God willing. I finish my work and then finish the rest of this because I am out like a light. Ooh, am I ever? Ooh, good night, peace. The Lord be with you and make His face shine upon you and give you peace.